All right, Shaun, we get to do what we love to do, and that is break down the top offensive tackles and edge rushers coming into this 2022 NFL Draft. I'm sure that you're excited about this as well.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, my man, the games are won and lost in the trenches. For Giants fans, this is going to be music to your ears to be able to see some of these guys on both sides of the ball that are just flat out getting it done.
So let's start off with Alabama tackle Evan Neal.
All right, Evan Neal, you can see right here. I mean, this is just a huge mammoth of a man. He at one point was 390 pounds in high school. You can see there he is at left tackle right here. And I think one of the things that impresses you so much is for as big of a guy as he is, his movement is really smooth. So here you see him. All right, this is just a little pass pro action right here. All right, and this right here, this is what you'd call a clinic, right, Diehl?
Yeah, absolutely. See those hands inside, the lockout and extension at the end, the vice grips and the anchoring down. You see those hips, the legs, the back, all sit down, anchor, and really flatten out. And the most important thing is, what are we looking for? We're looking for that arc, for that quarterback to be able to step up and deliver the football accurately. Here we're going to go to another pass set here.
I think he does a good job right here of punching this guy. Now, we've got to clean up the pass a little bit. He's on different levels with his guard and with the center. These guys are all kind of on different levels, you can see right there. But what I want you to watch is the change of direction of footwork right here. So as this defensive end comes inside, look, he keeps his base with him, and he moves with that inside power step first. Boom, that's the first move on the inside right here. Here's the punch. There you see the violence, carries him. Now, as the looper comes around, look at that. There's that separation, that lockout right there, using those big, long arms. Nice job handling the twist right there. No doubt it's going to happen a little bit quicker on Sundays.
All right, next on the list is obviously NC State tackle Ekwonu, but we know that his versatility is something that you love. Played all positions on the offensive line, but center. Most importantly, if he gets his hands on you in the run game, you are going from point A to point B up against your own will. I'd like, once again, a little bit more of a takeoff, a little bit more beating him to the outside and aiming to that outside landmark because it's a perimeter stretch. But the thing is, once he gets that backside arm and leg, that press, that push, once you see that drive and the finish of one, that's exactly what Ekwonu brings, that attitude, that nastiness that he's going to fight through and finish through the whistle.
I love the violence that he plays with, and I love that you could tell that he takes pleasure in that. He likes going after guys for a second round. Nobody's scared. If you're an offensive lineman, you're never scared of the second plate.
All right, the next player that we are going to talk about is coming out of Mississippi State, Charles Cross.
For Charles Cross, as we look to the video for him, obviously something that people are going to talk about with him are his run blocking ability. So we're going to start right there. Here he is right here, left tackle. All right, this is basically a run play right here, and he's going to have a combination block. He's got help to the inside, but this is what you love to see. Once a guy gets his hands on him, just keeping the feet moving right here.
His shoulder pads and his angle of come off should be the exact same angle that you watch this running back's shoulders come off of. So when you see him bookend and he kind of gallops, he's not giving himself a chance to really hit that outside landmark and to pull that backside arm and backside leg to really finish, because in the NFL game, if you're caught up on this defensive end and you're going to be working a triple with the left guard and the center, this is a tackle for a loss in the NFL by number 23.
All right, we'll work on that first step, but let's get to the pass protection, which is something that he really excels in. This is unbelievable athleticism right here. But I want you to watch his balance and his ability to not lose his balance as this spin move bounces to the outside. Watch him kind of sit back on this. You can see right there, when you finish a pass pro rep and you've got your mitts basically like locked onto his shoulder pads right under his chin, that's when you know you're doing your job, and you know you're walking back to the huddle pretty confident about what you just did to that defensive end.
Absolutely. The next player that we love, and I know that this is a player that you look forward to talking about,
Trevor Penning. Yeah, Dave, I think this is the kind of guy that we would have loved to have played with. I think he's got a couple of warrants out for his arrest for what he did to some players in North Dakota. I think for a guy as big as he is, he's 325 pounds. He ran a sub 540 at the combine. So this guy is not just a big lurch. I mean, he can move. He's very athletic. He's a left tackle right here. And you can see he's going to pull out and kind of lead the parade right here out in space. All right. Now, a lot of times guys get out here and it's either they throw and cut or it's a one-hitter. But watch what he does right here to this defender. I mean, boom, knocks that guy down. He's a speed bump right here. by the pending bus, and then he's going for another one. Then he's like, you know what? I got an extra coupon. I'm going for 3. He's got a Groupon right here. You love that mindset, and you love that mentality.
Now let's get to the guys that they're going to be fighting on the other side of the ball, the edge rushers. And we're going to start off with AIDAN Hutchinson.
He's an every down defensive end. He's not just a guy that shows up on 3rd and long. Look, the sacks are great and everything, but if you want to be a great all-around defensive end, you've got to do a good job on 1st and 2nd down in order to earn the right on 3rd down. So, Dave, this first play right here, all right, here he is right here. Now, we call him an edge rusher, and why are we calling him that? Because sometimes defensive ends are standing up. So he's in a 2-point right here, and he did this a lot in Michigan, so this is all going to be based on the scheme that he goes to. And you're going to see on the snap right here, this is just, I mean, an edge rusher defensive end in space. All right, now this is a wide receiver right here, all right? Can he close that gap? Can he make that tackle? And this is what AIDAN does off the ball. Great job in space right here, swallowing up his guy, holding him up and letting his defensive fellows swarm to the football. So that's him out in space. Dave, take us through this this run game factor now.
We talk about the chess match in this entire game. He was 2-hand stabbing this Georgia tight end. Here's the changeup, the good old swip move over the outside. He set him up, thinks that he's going to get that power move, rips to the outside and has that suddenness and that quickness that you need at the edge position.
Yeah, I think you turn on the film on him. His hands are excellent.
Next on the list is Travon Walker, ascended. A lot of people saw those combine numbers, which he was pretty much in the 90th percentile of everything.
This guy is a gifted athlete. He's not just a defensive end that puts his hand in the dirt. So here he is in a 2-point stance on the end of the line of scrimmage, and they're asking him to be in coverage like a linebacker. So, all right, it's 272 pounds. Watch how easy he scrapes down the line right here and attacks this running back. That doesn't look like a defensive end scraping down the line and attacking a running back. That looks like somebody who's been playing linebacker for an entire season. And he swallows up not just running backs, but quarterbacks as well.
Obviously, the excitement of what people saw out of Micah Parsons last year is something that they're looking out of Kayvon Thibodeaux this year. But let's get into the film here and what you think about him too, Shaun.
There you see him on the edge right there. And when you look at Thibodeaux, unbelievably athletic guy. And when you look at his speed and his acceleration, that's one of the things that helps him. Here you're going to see him basically in the flats. Like his job right here, all right, he's covering out. This is a zone pressure right here. They're bringing pressure over on this side. They've got a couple of blitzes going over here. So he's dropping in coverage, and he's got the flat out here. You know, everybody, their attention goes to the pass rusher, and now here he is out in space, and this is showing that athleticism and that acceleration. He's running with this fullback. Zero issues right here, tackling in space.
No doubt about it. In this next clip that we're pulling up, this is what people want to see more consistently out of Thibodeaux. We see an ET, so essentially he will be the first one to start to either he works through and gets penetration, or he's working to pick off this guard, put 2-on-1, and to let this defensive tackle loop all the way around. But watch his hand use. He sets up the tackle with a head and shoulder shake and then is able to swipe the hands and rip through so that he's clean. The guard can't slide over and help because he has the looper and has to try to force the twist. But at this time, it's too late. And last but not least, my favorite player coming out of the draft right now. I absolutely love Jermaine Johnson.
Let's take a look at the film. When you look at these pure pass rushers, like he's got his hand in the dirt, but you could see him right here straining through the eyebrows, through the face mask. You could see him right there, just waiting for that ball just to twitch. So he's got great get off. You're going to see right here. All right, the running back's coming out like he's going to get a chip, but you could see him kind of chop the arms, chop the feet, and basically he's just going to take this tackle and plant him right back into the lap of the quarterback. All right, that is power right there. Swallows him up, finishes the sack, but that power right there to be able to turn that speed into a bull rush, that's skill right there.